Hello, guys, and welcome to Football Fan Den UK. Hope you're doing well today as we're here for the FA Cup first round draw, and we'll be seeing which fixtures the non league clubs will be getting as they have the opportunity to obviously face league clubs in the FA Cup and potentially generate some much needed income. And we're all for that here on Fan Den as the lower league clubs always struggling financially. And this gives competition, as we all know, gives those lower league clubs the opportunity to earn some much needed extra cash. So there we go. Let's get rid of that. There we go. That's better. So, welcome to the show, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are on the draw, if your team is in it, and who would you like to get the most. So hopefully it'll be a good draw. Jack with us saying, "Come on, Worthing." How you doing, Jack? Welcome to the show, mate. Pleasure to have you with us. Hope you're doing well and hope your family's good. Welcome to the show, mate. And Jack saying, "You Reds." Stevie saying, "Good evening, Gaz and chat. How's it going, Stevie? Thank you for making yourself available, mate. Only a short one, this, as it's only half an hour show. So hopefully we'll be finding out some interesting ties in this one. As I said, right at the top of the show, it's opportunity for the non-league clubs to get some much-needed revenue, but it's a shame they don't drop all the clubs into this stage of the competition. Um, so we just get it underway rather than this staggered formation. Rick's with us. Rick saying, "Evening, Gaz, Stevie, and Jack. How you doing, Rick? Welcome to the show, mate. Pleasure to have you with us. Hope you and your family are doing well. And let us know who you are hoping for in the draw. Welcome to the show, Rick." So yeah, let us know, guys, what you're hoping for. Home draw, away draw, a particular game, maybe a derby fixture, and with a local rival, or possibly just wanting an easy draw to just get through to the next round. Let me know your thoughts if your team's involved in the first round. Pitchside with us. Pitchside saying, "All right, how you doing, Pitchside? Welcome to the show, mate. Hope you're doing well, and hope you and your family are good. Pleasure to have you with us." And Rick is saying, "All right, pitch side, top man. Thank you, Rick." And pitch side saying, "I think it's okay. The bigger boys come into the third round, to be honest, mate." Do you? Well, yeah. Well, I can understand it from you if you agree with that. But obviously, personally, I think it would be opportunity for the I think the bigger clubs should come into it right from the first round, so that it gives the non-league clubs the opportunity to make some money. Because let's be honest, the more rounds that they go, the more chance there is of the non-league clubs getting knocked out of the competition. So less chance of getting that lucrative fixture that might actually make them some money. You got to think what you got to remember in this competition, guys, is a club like, for example, Jack's team, Worthing. A club like that can potentially make in one game with the right fixture in the FA Cup, they could potentially make as much money as what it takes them to make all season out of one game. That is what you got to remember. At the end of the day, these big rich clubs get it all their own way. They get it all their own way. This competition is an opportunity to give the lower leagues clubs the opportunity to try and close the gap a little bit financially. They're never going to close the gap on a club like Man United, Chelsea, stuff like that. But these clubs are absolutely um, surviving at the bottom end of the football pyramid on peanuts, on absolute peanuts. So, personally, myself, everybody's different. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But me personally, I would actually like to see the likes of Man United, Manchester City, Chelsea, these kind of clubs being in the first round so that the non league clubs have the opportunity to draw these clubs and potentially make some real serious money, like I say, which is something they don't get the opportunity to do very often. But welcome to welcome to the show, Pitchside. And as I say, you are entitled to your opinion, mate. But me personally, I would prefer to see all clubs in it from the first round. Pitchside saying, already, all right, mate. Thank you, Pitchside. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you, mate. Hope you're well. Jack saying draw should be taken at a non-league ground, not Bradford. Well, the reason they've had it at Bradford is because it's just been voted the uh, cultural city or something like that. So that's why they've put it in Bradford. It's nothing to do with that. Actually, Bradford City themselves. The club. It's more to do with the fact that the city has been voted a cultural capital or something like that. I'm not sure the details of it. I just heard it at the top of the show. But yeah, Jack, you make a good point. Would be nice to see it held at a non-league club, but they have done that. They have done it at a non-league club before. It's not like they don't do it at non-league clubs. We've seen it. I think it was last year. One of the non-league clubs got deeper into the competition, and they did the draw at their ground. I'm sure, or the season before. So they do go to non-league clubs to hold the draw. Pitchside saying, "Sorry, I left the other night already." Always go to do something, but forgot to come back. No worries, pitch side. No worries. As I've said to you, whenever you can come and get involved, it's always appreciated. But I understand sometimes you guys have other things to get on with as well. As so do I. So yeah, no apology needed, pitch side. But thank you. Appreciate the gesture, top man. Ricky saying, I would like Reading to play a non-league club, but it will probably be Reading vs Bolton. Don't say that, Rick. Don't say that, mate. I would. I've not even. The only I don't know. I'm not sure of all the non-league clubs that are actually still in it. Let's have a quick see if I can. Let's have a quick look. Just bear me a second, guys. We'll have a quick look at what teams are in it. FA Cup first round draw clubs club list. That's it. Let's have a look. See what clubs are in it. View the full list of clubs still in it. Manage process. Reject. Just bear me a second, guys. And right, here we go. Right, so here we go. Let's bear with me a second, guys. I've found it. Let's get rid of that. And let's have a look what clubs are still in or involved in it. Here we go. There we go. So these clubs are the clubs in the draw: Accrington, Wimbledon, Barnsley, Barrow, Birmingham City, Blackpool, Bolton, Bradford, Bristol Rovers, Bromley, Burton Albion, Cambridge United, Carlisle United, Charlton Athletic, Cheltenham Town, Chesterfield, Colchester United, Crawley Town, Crewe Alexandra, Doncaster Rovers, Exeter City, Fleetwood Town, Gillingham, Grimsby Town, Harrogate Town, Huddersfield Town, Leighton Orient, Lincoln City, Mansfield Town, MK Dons, Markham, Newport County, Northampton Town, Notts County, Peterborough United, Port Vale, Reading, Rotherham United, Salford City, Shrewsbury Town, Stevenage, Stockport County, Swindon Town, Tranmere Rovers, Walsall, Wigan Athletic, Wrexham, Wycombe Wanderers, Rushall Olympic or Peterborough Sports. Tamworth got through. Oldham Athletic, Hartlepool United or Brackley Town, Kettering Town, Altrincham or Solymore, Rochdale, Scarborough Athletic, York City, Harbour Town, Kirst Ashton, Gainsborough Town. We're going to get underway with the draw, so I'm not going to have chance to read the entire thing. Huddersfield Town, Gainsborough, Alfreton Town, Gaisley, Taunton Town, Maidenhead United, Horsham, Aldershot Town, Southend United, Sutton United, Boreham Wood, West Supermere, Wealdstone. I never heard of that club. Dagenham and Redbridge, Barnet, Chesham United, Torbridge, Argyle, And Torbridge Angels. Never heard of that club neither. Woking, Forest Green Rovers, Maidstone United, Worthing, and Braintree Town. And well, the one club that stands out to me there, guys, that would be an interesting fixture for Bolton, my club Bolton. Now I cannot never ever remember playing. I can never remember Bolton playing them. Is Altrincham? That's in the Altringham's in the Greater Manchester area, in the Greater Manchester district, if you like. So obviously quite local to Bolton, and I can't ever remember Bolton ever playing Altrincham. So I think that'd be an interesting one. So yeah, let me know if you guys have any thoughts on that. Pitchside saying, yeah, Jack, thought the same myself. Thank you, Pitchside. And Jack is saying, I want Worthing to get Bolton. Okay, fair enough, Jack. Fair enough, mate. Kathy, how you doing, mate? Kathy saying, doesn't help with the internationals adding to fixture congestion for Premier League clubs. Well, yeah, but I agree. But the internationals have always been there, to be fair, Kathy. But I think the internationals are just a headache to every club. It's not just the big clubs, because every time there's an international club break, my club Bolton are in League One. They're not a top level club at the moment. They're obviously in League One, and they always have to stop playing play competitive games because they lose quite a few players to international duty. So you make a good shout though, Kathy. I think the fixture congestion though can be attributed to other aspects besides just the international break. But welcome to the show, Kathy. Pleasure to have you with us, mate, and thank you for sharing your thoughts. Welcome to the show. Jack is saying number 79. We are. Good stuff, Jack. Pitchside saying, have Braintree Town made it? Yeah, I think I did see him in the list. A Portsdown player, well on loan, used to captain them and led them to promotion. So would like to see the pub team doing well. Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. I'm all for the lower league clubs doing well in this competition, Pitchside, so they can have the chance to make some much needed revenue. So, yeah, thank you for that. Well said, Pitchside. Jack is saying Braintree, number 80 best, beat us in playoffs first last season. Well, we're about to get underway, guys, and find out who's going to draw who. So all the balls are out of the bag. Let's see how it's going to go. First number out the box, is number 38, Rotherham United. And they've drawn number 15, Cheltenham Town. Number 4, Barrow. Drawn number 20, Doncaster Rovers. Barrow v Doncaster. Number 79, Worthing. So Worthing with a home tie, Jack. And they played number 31, Morecambe. Yeah, well, not sure what your thoughts are on that. Jack, 69 is the next number out. Boreham Wood. And they draw number 27, Leyton Orient. Number 21, Exeter City. Number 73, Barnet. So Exeter City v Barnet. Number 13, Carlisle United. Well, I'm happy for them to get a home draw because they do a lot of travelling. And they will face Wigan Athletic. Oh, that's an interesting fixture for Carlisle's perspective. Number 50, Tamworth. And they're going to play number 26, which is Huddersfield Town. No derby games coming up just yet, guys. Number 52, Hartlepool Town or Brackley. And they will play number 80, which is Braintree Town. 59, Curzon Ashton with a home draw. And they will play number 29, Mansfield Town. Number 48, Wycombe Wanderers with a home draw. And they will play number 57, York City. Number 8, Bradford City, home draw. And they will play number 66, Aldershot Town. 18th in the National League. Next one, 61. Hendersford Town or Gateshead. And they will play number 60, which is Gainsborough or Boston. Number 11, Burton Albion. And they will play number 56, Scarborough Athletic. '44, Tranmere Rovers, home draw. And they will play number 51, Oldham Athletic. Well, that's a Northwest derby. 55, Rochdale. Number 10, Bromley. So Rochdale v Bromley. Number 45, Walsall. Walsall with a home draw. They will play number 7, which is Bolton. So Bolton travel to Walsall. 24, Grimsby Town. And they will be playing number 71, Wealdstone. So Grimsby at home to Wealdstone. Number 9, Bristol Rovers. They play number 70, Weston-super-Mare. So Bristol Rovers at home to Weston-super-Mare. Number 30, next one out the bag. And that's MK Dons. And they will play number 2, Wimbledon. MK Dons v Wimbledon. That's a tasty fixture. Yeah, that's definitely a tasty fixture. Next one is 54, Altrincham or Solly-Moore. And they will be playing number 78, Maidstone United. So Altrincham or Solly-Moore at home to Maidstone United. Next one is 42, Stockport County with a home draw. And they will play number 77, Forest Green Rovers. Number 37, Reading. Reading with a home draw, Rick. And they will play Fleetwood Town. So Reading at home to Fleetwood Town. Long trip down south for Fleetwood fans. Stevenage next out the hat. They will play 63, Guiseley. So Stevenage v Guiseley. Number 33, Northampton Town. And they will play number 53, which is Kettering Town. Northampton Town, Kettering. I think that's a derby, isn't it? Rushall or Peterborough. Peterborough Sports, home to number 1, which is Accrington Stanley. Number 43, Swindon Town at home To number 17, Colchester United. Number 39, Salford City with a home draw. And they've drawn number 40, which is Shrewsbury Town. Number 19, Crewe Alexandra at home to number 72, which is Dagenham and Redbridge. Next out is number 36, Port Vale at home to number 3, which is Barnsley. It's a decent draw for Port Vale. Number 74 is Chesham United. And they will play number 28, which is Lincoln City. Number 16, Chesterfield. The number 65, Horsham. So Chesterfield at home to Horsham. Next one is 67, Southend United at home to number 14, Charlton Athletic. That's an interesting one. Number 34, Notts County at home. Number 62, Alfreton Town. Number 64 is against Taunton or Maidenhead, sorry. And they will be playing Crawley Town. Next out the hat is number 25, which is Harrogate Town. And they will be playing number 47, Wrexham. Ooh. So Harrogate be playing Wrexham. Number 76, Woking. And they will be playing number 12, which is Cambridge United. And number 23, Gillingham at home to number 6, Blackpool. Number 75, Tonbridge Angels be playing at home against number 58, Harrogate Town. Next out is 68, Sutton United at home to number 5, Birmingham City. That's a good draw for Sutton United. And finally, number 32 is Newport County. And they will be playing number 35, Peterborough United. So there you go, guys. That's the draw. Let's see what you guys made of that. Pitchside Gate saying, good to see. Thank you, Pitchside. And Jack saying, Wheelstone Radar. Kathy saying, you'll get Salford. Well, we didn't, Kathy. We didn't, mate. But, yeah. Some interesting ties there. So Rotherham v Cheltenham Town, Barrow v Doncaster, Worthing v Morecambe, Bournemouth v Leyton Orient, Exeter City v Barnet, Carlisle United v Wigan. No, it's not going to... how can I read it that fast when it clicks through it? We'll have to have a look. Pitchside is saying, my dad's mate supports Cheltenham Town, but he moved to Northern Ireland, so also likes to see Cheltenham do well. Awesome. Sounds good, Pitchside. Jack is saying, Morecambe at home, winnable, will take it. Yeah, that's definitely winnable, Jack. Absolutely. Yeah, got to agree with you there, mate. It's just a shame he didn't draw a bigger team. Obviously, Morecambe are a good little club, but Obviously, going all that way, they're probably going to only take maybe, I don't know, 300 fans at best, which is a bit disappointing for you guys. But it's a winnable game, as you say, Jack, and that could potentially catapult you guys into the next round where you could get a really lucrative draw. Matthew's with us. How you doing, Matthew? Welcome to the show, mate. Matthew saying, hello, mate. How are you? I love a cup draw. Thank you for that, Matthew. Welcome to the show, mate. Yeah, I'm doing good. Thank you for asking, mate. Hope you are doing well. And a pleasure to have you with us, mate. Welcome to the show. Pitchside is saying, good away day for the Braintree lads. Probably going to play Hartlepool. Did you get? I've forgotten all the ties now. Let's see if I can see if it's loaded it up. It might not have loaded it up yet. We'll have a quick look, see if it's come up. I'm just seeing if if it's come up with the fixtures yet. Oh, there's all the teams, but no. Seeing if it's oh, has it come up with them? So yeah, quick. We've got some of them here. It's not even loaded them all up yet. That's the problem when you do cup draw. It's trying to find the fixtures straight after the draw because it can take half an hour for them to load it on the internet. See if the FA have loaded it up yet. Oh, that's no good. Fixtures. No, see, that's the problem, guys. Don't load them up quick enough. Don't load them up quick enough. But thank you, pitch side. Jack is saying Bristol Western Supermere. What a game. Yeah, that should be a cracker. Yeah, it should be a cracking game, that. I'm trying to remember that now. I'm trying to think through the fixture. That's the problem when they don't load them up. You can't see them. Pitchside saying, when do we know what match is on TV? That's a great question, actually, Pitchside. I think we should hear in the next week or two. They normally quite quickly. The TV company is normally very quick to claim what games that they want that are obviously going to be potentially profitable for them. So hopefully we'll find that out in the next week or two, pitch side. Fingers crossed, mate. Like I said, they don't normally drag their feet with that kind of thing. Jack is saying, Shaw. Shane Markham isn't a bigger name, but winnable and at home, so all that matters. Yeah, well, absolutely, Jack. Yeah, like you say, just I think you guys just got to focus on trying to win that, and maybe Markham might be distracted with their league. Obviously, with their league campaign, they might be distracted. They may underestimate you guys traveling all that way as well. Could take a toll. We'll have to wait and see. But like I say, you're absolutely right, Jack. It's definitely a winnable game for you guys, mate. Hopefully, you guys can get a good result in that and progress to round two. That would be awesome. Pitchside is saying the FA Cup is my favourite English competition. Without a doubt, I love it. Yep, absolutely. Good shout, Pitchside. I did actually used to like my favourite competition. Actually, used to be the League Cup until they changed it, and then once they changed it and cancelled the second round, the replays and things like that, then obviously it's not got the same value anymore. And the reason I always like the League Cup just simply because you could potentially be winning a cup final or be in a cup final well before the end of the season. So I always kind of like that. I like the fact that it gave you a club the chance to get in a competition, a cup competition early in the season and potentially get to a final. I did like that aspect, and plus, I actually quite liked in the semi-final the way they did the two-leg tie. Pitchside is saying, "How is that half seven already feels more like six to me? How is that half seven?" Oh, right. I think he's talking about the time now. You threw me off for a minute then. I think he's talking about, yeah, well, as the saying goes, pitch side time waits for no one. It's Isaac L. Hunt. How you doing, mate? Welcome to Football Fan Den UK. Isaac, I don't think we've seen you here before, mate, but welcome to the show if we have. If we haven't, welcome to Football Fan Den. Hope you're doing well, mate. Isaac is saying all the no cares all the no cares about losers. Losers teams. Man City are greatest team on it all, mate. Don't talk rubbish. Isaac, if you're going to talk rot nonsense, mate, Manchester City are an oil baron club, mate. They are a fake football club these days. They are not building. They're not building their success by earning it. They're building their success by buying it. So don't come here talking rubbish, mate, about Manchester City being the greatest team in the world. What a load of nonsense. There is no greatest team in the world. And even if there was, I think there's many other clubs like Liverpool, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Chelsea, Man United that would argue that Manchester City are not the greatest team. If you want to delude yourself, mate, that is perfectly fine. But please delude yourself somewhere else. Pitchside is saying no need to be disrespectful. Not every team has money like City do, mate. Mate, ignore him. Ignore him. He's a glory hunter. Clearly a glory hunter, not a true football fan. Isaac L. Hunt is a fake football fan. Only a fake football fan will come on talking rubbish like that. So ignore him, pitchside. Stevie saying was very disrespectful, that Isaac. Just ignore him, guys. Ignore him. He's not a true football fan. A true football fan would not talk nonsense like that. Jack saying 5.5 hours away from Markham. Laugh out loud. Yeah, that's a long travel for Markham. Yeah, this deluded. Why are we jealous, mate? Why would we be jealous of a oil baron club, mate? You are not your club, Manchester City. Yeah, they are not earning the success. Delude yourself all you want, mate. But Manchester City, I remember them when there was a piss pot club stuck in the middle of Manchester, surrounded by Terry Styleses and no proper hardcore fans, and now the glory hunters are jumping on the bandwagon like yourself. Glory, glory, Manchester City. You sound like a Man United fan, mate. 14 years ago, deluding yourself that you're the greatest club in the world, mate. You want to do that? Delude yourself everywhere, somewhere else, mate. I wouldn't want to support. I had the choice to support a delusional club like Manchester City when I was younger, but guess what? I chose to support the club where I'm born. Unlike you, that's just supporting a club because they win things. Well, that's not what we're about here, mate. We're about good football fans coming together that love the whole of the football pyramid and have respect and don't disrespect other clubs. So if you want to delude yourself supporting Manchester City and claiming that other people are jealous, then you're absolutely out of your head, mate. We'll see how Manchester City get on when the rich oil barons get bored of Manchester City and owning that club, when they get bored of it and leave you guys hanging to dry. See if you're still supporting them then. Pitchside saying you may block him if possible. I'm just going to ignore him now. Just ignore him. There's always got to be somebody, aren't there? Manchester City are not even in this round of the competition. So, this is the typical mentality of a glory hunter. That, they can't respect that this part of the competition is not involving their club. They still have to come on deluding themselves and talking nonsense. Man, glory, glory, Manchester City. Yes, we bought the best club. We bought the league. We bought the Champions League. We bought the one of the high-profile managers. We've gone out and bought the success in football. You haven't earned it. You bought it. So delude yourself somewhere else, mate. Jack is saying 1988. True. That means you're middle aged and chatting like that. No, actually, I think Jack. I think he's just talking about the stadium when it existed from 1988. Well, actually, you could be right. I'm not sure if he's typed that wrong, but it doesn't matter. Ignore him, guys. Ignore him. So anyway, I'm going to quickly have a look and see if the draws come up now. I don't think it's uploaded it yet. Let's see if it's come up. FA Cup. Sorry, guys. Just going to see if it's uploaded it. The full fixture list. Have we got it yet? No. It's only loaded up part of them. That's rubbish. Yeah, it's not loading them all up, guys, unfortunately. Oh, that's really disappointing. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Sorry, guys. I'm just seeing if I can find the full fixture list of the draw. Not found. No, they've not uploaded them yet. That's the problem, guys. It can take half an hour for them to load it up, the full fixture list, which is frustrating because I can't. I'm not. I mean, I'm quite good at remembering certain things, but I can't remember an entire fixture list like that. Too many ties, and it's just not loaded up yet on the internet. Let's just have a quick look on Sky, see if they've uploaded it. I've just checked the BBC; they've not uploaded it yet. They've uploaded part of it, but not all of it. Fixtures. No. Oh, come on, stupid thing. No result currently available. Sorry, guys. Well, doesn't look like we're going to be able to see the full list. That's the really annoying part of it, not being able to get it straight away. So yeah, I only got part of the list. Barrow, Doncaster, Exeter City, Barnet, Wycombe v York City, Curzon, Ashton v Mansfield Town. To be there's no team showing there. Bradford City v Aldershot Town, Carlisle v Wigan, Rotherham v Cheltenham, and Tamworth v Huddersfield. So yeah, not all the fixtures are listed yet. So frustrating. Yeah, they've not loaded it yet. Sorry, guys. Right, read out your final comments and wrap it up then, guys. But I'm sure you guys know the fixtures that matter to you. Stevie's saying just ignore, guys. Yeah, just ignore. Jack is saying, take care. Oh, thanks for the stream. Thank you for being with us, Jack. Best wishes to you, mate. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a good week ahead. Thank you for being with us, Jack. and hope your team do well in the next round of the FA Cup. Been a pleasure having you with us, Jack. Take care, mate. Stay safe. Isaac is saying we filled Wembley Stadium in 1998, in 1999. Well, nobody's disputing that, mate. Nobody's disputing that. Manchester City used to be a true community club, mate. Manchester City used to be the heart of Manchester. Now you've just been a corporate. You've just become a corporate stooge club, being manipulated and used for political motivation from the Saudi Arabians. They're using your club to sports wash, mate. So if you want to, like I said, I mean you no offence, mate. I just believe in saying it as it is. And Manchester City are not the club they used to be. They are a worse club than they used to be. They used to be a real, true community club. Now they are a sports wash club. They are being used and manipulated for political gain, for people to look better on Saudi Arabia and ignore the humanity, human side of what they do wrong. What's the word I'm looking for now? The crimes against humanity, basically. So your club's being used, mate. And if the Saudis ever pull out, has it ever crossed your brain that where your club might be left if the Saudis ever pull out of your club? What kind of club will be left behind? A shadow of the club you used to be. That's what will be left behind, mate, because they will leave you with a lump of debt, which your club could potentially end up facing a long-term future trying to pay off. Plus the fact when you're getting 114 charges, how the hell can you come on here and honestly delude yourself and try and claim to us that your club is the best club in the world? A best club in the world would not need to have any kind of cheating. And you can deny it. You can say, oh, well, we're fighting it. We're doing this. Well, I'm not being funny, mate, but 114 charges? 114? Are you seriously going to try and tell me that you're innocent of all that many charges? Half of them may be wrong. But what about the other half? There is no way in this world that Manchester City are innocent of all those charges. I've already done some research, but I'm not here to talk about that. But I know for a fact that Manchester City are guilty of some of those charges. And to be quite honest, mate, you should bow your head in shame because your club could potentially be leading the way to the collapse of non-league clubs. Your club could be leading the way to a change in the formation of the Football League structure in years to come, and be a leading candidate, leading football into that, and potentially be responsible for the collapse of lower league football because the money is not filtering down, and clubs like Manchester City are only interested in the financial benefits of being in part of the Football League structure. You're not interested in the best interest of football. You're interested in the best interest of being a politically motivated club. Simple as that, mate. Pitchside is saying, you basically never fill the Etihad out, mate. Well, yeah, mate, if they were the club they used to be, they would fill that stadium. They would fill that stadium. They do fill it now. They do fill it for league games, but they had a lot of trouble filling it for European games. They've only recently started to fill it more since they actually had some cup success in Europe. But if you go back to the old Manchester City, the old Manchester City wouldn't have any problem filling that ground. The new Manchester City have problems filling that ground occasionally because some of the hardcore Manchester City fans don't want to support a club that's being used to sports wash. They don't want to support a club that's potentially responsible for, you know, leading football in the wrong direction. Because let's be honest, I'm not here to rant and rave about Manchester City, but he brought the subject up. But Manchester City are a disgrace. They're an absolute disgrace. And anybody that comes on here trying to claim a load of nonsense that they're the greatest clubs in the world, they're not a true football fan. For me, that guy is not a true football fan because a true football fan would not be that delusional. when they're facing 114 charges, when they're dominating football in a way that's not competitive, when they're trying to buy every competition that they compete in, and when they're using lawyers to fight the Premier League over these charges. They use lawyers to fight the UEFA over these charges. And did you guys know our Premier League are paying for that? Do you know? Do you have any idea how that's being paid for? Do you know how our Premier League are paying to fight Manchester City in the courts? Shall I tell you? It's coming out of the prize money. So whatever money is normally designated by the Premier League for prize money to every club in the Premier League, every club gets a big chunk of cash at the end of the season. Well, that is all in a pot because the Premier League, in real terms, arguably, I'm not sure exactly the details of it, but they're supposed to be like similar. And they're not the same, but they're supposed to be similar to like a non-profitable organization because they're supposed to manage the Premier League. They're not supposed to be profiting from it, even though we know they do. But basically, a certain amount of cash gets pumped into a pot every year. That cash then gets split up between every club in the Premier League, and every club, depending on the league position that they finish in, gets a chunk of that cash. Because the Premier League are having to fight Manchester City in the league, in the courts, and obviously with all these charges, that money is now going to have a big chunk of it took out to pay for the legal costs that the Premier League are having to pay for because they've got nowhere else to take that money from. There's nowhere else they can generate that kind of money to fight Manchester City. So when you guys see that the money is not filtering down the leagues and Manchester United and Liverpool and Chelsea and all these kind of clubs don't want to help out the lower leagues, this is why. This will be part of the reason why in years to come, because the pot that is getting divvied up to the Premier League clubs is going to shrink. Because the Premier League, if you don't believe me, look it up, Google it. This is fact. The Premier League are using prize money to pay for the legal costs to fight Manchester City. So money that should be going into football clubs to pay for players, to pay for staff, to pay for the youth academies, to pay for the training facilities, money that should be going to clubs is now going into the legal system to fight Manchester City. And this guy has got the nerve to come on here and tell us that they're the greatest club when they are sapping money out of the Premier League to be spent on legal expenses to fight a club that we all know has broke rules. There's no way you get that amount of charges and you don't break rules. Not a chance of Manchester City not broke rules. There might be half of them that are incorrect. I accept that. There might be half of the charges that are not right, and that Manchester City can argue and say, "Well, we didn't do this and we didn't do that." But all them charges, come on, guys, seriously, you'd no way 100 and odd charges that they are not guilty of some of them charges. But all that big chunk of money that is in the Premier League that would normally be split up between all 20 Premier League clubs, well, every club is potentially going to get 4, 5, maybe 10% less prize money at the end of this season because the Premier League have to take money out of the prize pot to fight Manchester City in the legal system. That is fact. If you don't believe me, go and Google it. I was reading about it about 3 weeks ago that the Premier League have nowhere else to get that money from to fight Manchester City. So they're having to take it out of the prize money pot. So potentially, if it costs Manchester City, if it potentially costs the Premier League £100 million to fight Manchester City in the legal system, that £100 million is coming out of the prize money. So that's £100 million less going into football clubs to pay for training pitches, to pay for groundsmen, to pay for staff, stewards, players, these kind of things, stadium upgrades, all less money going into the Premier League, all because of one selfish club. Pitchside is saying, speak English, mate. Just ignoring Pitchside. Thank you, mate. Jack is saying, the season we won the treble 24 years before you did. Okay, thank you, Jack. Thank you for that, mate. Jack is saying 20 league titles, 3 European Cups, Liverpool 19 league titles, 6 European Cups. Yeah, that's a good point. Jonathan is with us. How you doing, Jonathan? Welcome to the show, mate. Jonathan saying, evening all. How you doing, Jonathan? Pleasure to have you with us, mate. Hope you're doing well. And pleasure to have you with us, mate. Jonathan saying, want Manchester City at home. Well, you're not going to get it because they weren't involved in this round of the competition. And Isaac is saying we only need 50,000. Well, fair enough, but you had 50,000 to be fair. Jack is saying City not even in the draw. I know, yeah. Absolutely well said, mate. Jonathan saying they lucky. They are lucky then, Jack. Well, I think it's the non-league clubs that would love to have bigger clubs in it so they could get a lucrative fixture. AJ is with us saying bloody Exeter away. Not to worry, AJ. How you doing, mate? Welcome to the show, AJ. Welcome to Football Fan. I'm not sure we've seen you before, but welcome to Football Fan and the Fan community. If we haven't seen you before, pleasure to have you with us, mate. Welcome to the show. And AJ, so yeah, AJ not happy getting Exeter away. Well, yeah, I'm sorry. You're disappointed with that, mate. But to be fair, I don't think there were only one or two fixtures that caught my eye. Finally, we got some. I don't know if these are them all, guys, but I'm going to have a quick run through before we wrap up the show. AJ saying, I wanted 7 hours. I waited 7 hours just for a bad draw. Well, not to worry, AJ. Hopefully, keep the faith, mate. Hopefully, you can have a good away result and get into the next round potentially. Jack is saying, I went to Plymouth Saturday, so don't feel that bad for you, AJ, mate. Laugh out loud. Good luck, though. Okay, thank you, Jack. Top stuff, mate. And AJ saying, well, we will focus on the league anyway. Absolutely, yep. Keep the faith, AJ. Sometimes you get a good draw. Sometimes you get a bad draw. To be honest, AJ, I think there were only about three draw fixtures in that lot that was what you might call exciting fixtures. There weren't a lot, but I think it starts to get more interesting in the next round, doesn't it? Jack is saying, AJ, what team do you support? Thank you, Jack. AJ saying Barnet. Awesome. Well, first Barnet fan we've had here on Fandom. Pleasure to have you with us, AJ. Hopefully you guys, I'll be looking out for that. See if you guys can get a good result against Exeter in the cup. Jonathan saying, I saw my 10 pence worth. I say my 10 pence worth. If a business is holding a competition and making their rules, no discussion on it. Premier is wrong. Their competition, their rules simple. Sorry, Jonathan, I'm not quite understanding what you're getting at there, mate. Are you saying the Premier League's wrong or Manchester City's wrong? I'm not sure, but like I say, if you, and as I said to you guys, if you don't believe me about the money, the Premier League. I was listening to a documentary about, and then I researched it afterwards. This was about 3 weeks ago, I think. They released a mini documentary, I think it was, about it, and they said that the Premier League don't have a financial kitty for legal expenses. Normally, I think they said that average financial legal costs per season is somewhere in the ballpark of around £8 million every year, roughly. That's normally what they average. And since they've been fighting Manchester City, their legal expenses have rocketed up last season to in excess of 25 million. And this season, it's going to be dramatically more because obviously the hearings being held and all that kind of stuff. So, because the Premier League don't have a financial pot for legal expenses, they are going to take the money to cover the costs of the legal expenses out of the prize money pot. So basically, the prize money that would normally be going back into football clubs, is going to have potentially, I don't know, 100 million less next season. Maybe if it carries on into the season after, then it's going to be more. But this is money that should be going back into football, and it's not going to go back into football. It's going to go to lawyers to fight Manchester City. That's an absolute disgrace. Now, you could argue whether Premier League should have a kitty for legal expenses. But in fairness, we don't want the Premier League to have a kitty for legal expenses. Then what they're doing is right in a way. They're pumping every penny they can back into the Football League structure by giving clubs prize money. The disappointing part of it is that it's not filtering down to lower league clubs enough. That's definitely a disappointing aspect. But I think it's good that they're trying to make sure that as much of the money goes back into football clubs as possible through prize money. So Manchester City challenging all these charges is potentially going to cost every football club in the Premier League. Um, and if you look at the bigger dynamics of it, it could potentially cost every club in the Football League as well. Because let's say Worthing, let's use Worthing or Portsmouth as an example. Let's say they bring a young player through, yeah, a striker, and the player does awesome, starts showing that he's a real talent. Manchester United or Liverpool or Chelsea come in and want to buy him. Portsmouth, let's say, or Worthing have got him. And Manchester United or Chelsea offer £6-7 million for him, and then Worthing say, "Well, we're not selling him for that because we know he's worth at least £10 million." But then Manchester United come and go, "Yeah, but we can't pay you that because we're getting less prize money because of the Premier League fighting Manchester City." So potentially, a club like Worthing or a club like Portsmouth could lose out on an extra £2 or £3 million for a player being bought by a big Premier League club, just because those clubs don't want to pay out more because they've lost a reduction in their prize money because Premier League are using that prize money to fight Manchester City. So that's just one example, and there's loads of other examples we could make of how football clubs are going to lose out on prize money because the Premier League are using prize money to pay for the legal expenses to fight Manchester City. It's a disgrace, guys. It's a disgrace. But yeah, Jonathan, if you could tell me a little bit more there, mate, before we wrap up the show. Apologies, I'm not quite following your point of view there. If you could explain a little better, mate. Jack is saying, we got Morecambe at home. Laugh out loud. I'm Worthing. Yep, as you say, Jack, I wish you guys well with that. Hope you guys do well. Manage to get a good result in that fixture, being at home. And I think Morecambe will probably take a couple of hundred fans down with them as well. So it's not going to be obviously a massive away following, but hopefully they at least take a few hundred fans down with them, which helps you guys generate a little bit more income than maybe what you normally would in a non-league game. So we'll have to wait and see if that proves to be the case. But like I say, sorry guys, I'm just quickly seeing if I can get the Wales game on just so I can keep an eye on it while we wrap up the show. There we go. That's the one we want. There we go. What score is it? Still 0-0. 14 minutes gone in the Wales game. Still 0-0. So, yeah, thank you for that, Jack. As I say, mate, I'll be rooting for you guys in that competition. Love to see non-league clubs do well in the cup. Jonathan is saying, did you have a good time, Jack, down in Plymouth? Good trip, that, for me. Thank you, Jonathan. Loving the positive vibes, mate. And Jonathan saying M6, M5, A30. Jack is saying it was Plymouth Parkway, not Argyle, but yeah, 4-0 win. Thank you, Jack. Yeah, well, I think, Jack, it's an easy thing. I think unless you're from that part of the country, I think a lot of fans don't realise there's actually another club in Plymouth that's a non-league club, because I didn't actually realise until you pointed it out to me as well. So just being honest, Jack, you've helped a few people become more aware of another club in the UK that I think a lot of fans weren't. aware of. So thank you for that, Jack. And Jack saying there, I'm back again in the same day. Jack saying, left at 7 a.m., got back at midnight. That's a long travel, long day, mate. Pitchside is saying, all the best, guys. See you later. Thank you, Pitchside. Thank you for being with us, mate. Best wishes to you and your family. And yep, been a pleasure having you involved. Always is, mate. And as I say, I hope you have a good week ahead. Thank you for being with us, Pitchside. Top man. Take care, mate. Stay safe. Jonathan saying Premier League is right, City. Right. Sorry, Jonathan. I was just a bit confused the way you wrote it, mate. That was all. I wasn't meaning to be off or anything. It was just a bit the way you wrote it was just a little bit confusing to follow. But I think that was because you were trying to get a lot into a single message. Or you were trying to get, you know what I mean? You're trying to get a lot of information into a single message. So happens to me all the time on social media. I write a message, then I send it, and then suddenly I read it back and realize I've missed out little bits of words because I'm thinking two steps ahead. So, yeah, thank you for that, Jonathan. Totally agree, mate. Top man. Thank you, Jonathan. AJ is saying if it was the third round, we would have got City away. Well, fingers crossed, AJ. Fingers crossed you could get through to the next round, and hopefully, maybe, like I say, maybe that'd be a good draw for you guys. Maybe Exeter might take you guys, underestimate you. Fingers crossed. I'll be certainly rooting for the non-league clubs in the cup, and hope you guys that all support non-league clubs. I really do genuinely hope you guys do well because I love seeing non-league clubs doing a bit of giant killing and more than anything, having the opportunity to make some money. So thank you, AJ. Keep the faith, mate. Keep the faith. You're still in the competition. Hopefully, you guys will do well in the next round and progress into the second round. AJ is saying, cuz of 21 and 73. Oh, the number. I think he's talking about the numbers of the balls there. AJ saying, I would have been very happy if we got like anyone else. 10x, x 10. Anyone else 10? I'm not following you there, AJ. Oh, I think he's meant to be saying Exeter. And AJ saying never won to them. Never won to them. Well, first time, mate. First time an opportunity for you guys to get a result against them. Jack saying, who did York get? Completely missed it. I'm going to quickly read through the fixtures again. I'm just trying to catch up with the comments at the moment. AJ saying, including some 2-1 and 4-9 defeats. Well, time for a bit of payback then, AJ. Time for a bit of payback, mate. Jack saying York ruined Worthing. Yeah, I remember you telling me about it, Jack. I remember, but that's just football, mate. That happens to every club, to be fair. Jack is saying Markham are shrimps, Worthing mackerels or rebels. Okay, thank you for that, mate. Jack is saying shrimp, these the maccarees men. Thank you, Jack. Isaac, I am not spending any more time talking about Manchester City, mate. This isn't this up this stage of the competition. It's not even involving Manchester City. So if you want to come and talk Manchester City with us, wait till we cover a Manchester City game. Or you can even, if you think you're so right, get in touch with me on social media and come on the channel. Sit here with me on camera, and we'll happily debate with you all week long about Manchester City. Come here on the channel with me face to face and let's have it, mate. If you think you know so much about Manchester City and you're so right and your club is so great and everybody else is so wrong and that we're all deluded about Manchester City ruining football, then you come on this channel with me face to face. You are welcome to come here and sit with me and have it out. We'll have the debate, mate. Bring it on. Just contact me on social media and we'll make the arrangements. Happily do so, mate. Jack is saying, I'm not in that part of the country. Plymouth is 203 miles away from here. No worries, Jack. No worries. Yeah, well, you're nearer to it than us, Jack. You're on the south coast, aren't you, mate? So yeah. Jonathan saying, guys, what I'm saying is that I agree with you. Don't like the rules. Then okay, okay. Thank you, Jonathan. Yeah, I agree with that, mate. I'm not obviously it's still early in the evening, so I'm not going to repeat that in case there's any youngsters listening. But well said, Jonathan. I agree with you there, mate. And Jack is saying, I'm Sussex, not Torquay. Yeah, I know that, Jack. I know. But like I keep telling you, mate, you're on the south coast. So you're nearer to Plymouth than what some of us are up here in the north, mate. Jack is saying the stream was so much longer than if should have been because the city talk. Well, yeah, but I do like talking to you guys about football. I don't always get the chance to do it enough in match watch alongs, so I don't mind sometimes staying on and talking to you guys about football. I keep saying I want you guys to feel part of Fandom, so I'm not proving that if I don't make the effort to stay on sometimes and have conversation with you guys. So thank you for that, Jack. But it's not a problem, mate. Not a problem. As I say, I like talking to you guys about different aspects of football. Just a shame we had a delusional football fan coming on, or well, we can't call him a football fan because he's a glory hunter, Manchester City fan. Wanting to come and steal the limelight from some non-league clubs. That's how selfish Manchester City is. They're not even involved in this stage of the competition, but one of their fans has to come on here and selfishly try and steal the limelight to his own club because he's so selfish. He can't just allow the non-league clubs to have a little bit of attention for tonight. Jonathan is saying Wrexham will face Harrogate Town away in the Emirates FA Cup first round following this evening's draw. Thank you, John. Yeah, I did see it, mate. I read it all out before. Thank you, Jonathan. I'm going to read it out again. And Jonathan saying, easy draw. Interesting. Right, I'm going to wrap it up in a minute, guys. But before I do, I'm going to quickly read through the results that I've got here, the fixtures, sorry, that I've got here, just to remind you guys of how the draw went. And then I'll read out your last couple of comments, and then I'm going to wrap it up, guys, because I'm going to go and grab some food. So, if you missed the first round draw, guys, this is how it went. Chesham United were playing Lincoln City, Notts County v Alfred Town, Tonbridge v Harbour Town, Worthing v Morecambe, Burton v Scarborough, Scarborough Athletic, I think that is. There's not sure. There's one to be concluded there. Mansfield Town playing. I'm not sure they're playing. It's just saying to be concluded. So I'm not. I'm going to leave out the ones where they're still waiting for the replay to be played. Gillingham v Blackpool, Reading v Fleetwood, Newport County v Peterborough, Barrow v Doncaster, Woking v Cambridge United, Stockport v Forest Green Rovers. Bristol Rovers v Weston-super-Mare, Rochdale v Bromley, Walsall v Bolton, Port Vale v Bromley. Port Vale v Barnsley. Exeter City v Barnet, Swindon Town v Colchester, Northampton Town v Kettering Town, Wickham v York City. Curzon, Ashton vs Mansfield Town, Chesterfield vs Horsham, Southend United v Charlton, MK Dons v Wimbledon, Sutton United v Birmingham City, Harrogate Town v Wrexham, Burham Wood v Leyton Orient, Crewe Alexandra v Dagenham and Redbridge, Bradford City v Aldershot Town, Carlisle United v Wigan Athletic, Tranmere v Oldham Athletic, Stevenage v Guiseley, Grimsby Town v Woldstone, Salford City v Shrewsbury Town, Rotherham v Cheltenham, Tamworth v Huddersfield, and the other games that I haven't read out, guys, that's because they're still waiting for the replays of the qualifiers to be played to decide those games. So that's the bulk of it anyway, guys. Right, let's read out your final comments and then I'm going to wrap it up. So, yep, thank you for that, Jonathan. Jonathan saying, second round, here we come. Loving the confidence there, Jonathan. Top stuff, mate. Jack saying, thanks for the stream, mate. Take care. Thank you, Jack. Been a pleasure, mate. Thank you for your conversation and company. Hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Stay safe and well, mate, and hope you have a good week ahead. Always a pleasure to have you with us, Jack. Stay safe, mate. All the best. And Jonathan saying, this is the Den Jack football. No need to be on. Talk football is what it's all about. Absolutely, Jonathan. Yep, well said, mate. Well said. And that's why I always say, I always try to involve you guys as much as possible. We'll be doing more community shows in the future. Just obviously at the moment, as I've stressed to you guys before, just doing a lot of match watch-alongs at the moment to try and make it easier for more fans to find us. But in the future, we will be introducing more community shows so I can enjoy more conversation with you guys away from football games. Jack is saying replays tomorrow, by the way. Awesome. Thank you, Jack. Pitchside saying, Gaz, mate, how are you still going? Gaz, mate, how are you still going? Well, you know me, Pitchside. I just keep going until the talking is done. But thank you for dropping back in, Pitchside. And as I say, best wishes to you and your family. I hope you have a good week ahead, mate. Jack is saying, Kirsten, Ashton, another great Manchester team. Yep, good shout, Jack. Thank you, mate. Jack saying, take care, all. Talk next time. Thank you, Jack. Been a pleasure, mate. Stay safe and well. Look after yourself and look forward to catching up with you again some in the next week or two, hopefully. But if not, if you're busy traveling to games, we wish you safe travels, mate. And we will look forward to catching up with you when you get time. Take care, mate. Stay safe. And thank you for being with us tonight. So, yeah, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you to all you guys that came and got involved. Thank you to all the new people dropped in. Thank you to all the regular fan dinners. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week ahead. Currently 0-0 Wales in the international friendlies. But if you guys want to watch it, it's free to watch on S4C, which is a Welsh channel. So if you want to watch it, you should be able to get that quite easily with today's TV. Okay, guys, stay safe and well out.